Welcome to Backer Pause. What is Backer Pause? Our judges watch crowdfunding videos on air. When they lose interest in a video, for any reason, they hit pause and explain what caused them to experience Backer Pause. This is a fun way to teach creators about attention spans and what works and does not work for their videos. Videos featured from projects that are being advocated for on comicbookadvocates.com with permission. Want to be judged? Have a crowdfunding campaign you want to have on the show? Well, send us an email at comicsnewswire@yahoo.com, and that's comics, C-O-M-I-X. So who wants to play? Warning and disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this live feed are those of the guests, speakers, and or hosts, and do not necessarily reflect the beliefs, official policies, ethics, or positions of the content providers, advertisers, additional hosts, and or guests, hosting sites, groups, or entities attached to this programming. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, everybody. We got an exciting Backer Pause. We have a mystery that's going to be solved in just a little bit. I've got a new setup that I'm going to be changing as we're talking today. So, because I don't like how it's sitting right now. You know, these are things you should check before you go live, kids. All right, so let's check out our guest judge, shall we? Let's do this. And on tonight's edition of Backer Pause, we have Bobby Gregory, who's here to tell us all about his cat dad and the fact that he's actually part of Eclipse. He's leaving the cat dad brand, and well, not leaving it, right? You're still going to be part of it, I assume. And he's doing some other stuff as well, but we're going to talk about upcoming cat dad stuff as well. So stay tuned as we introduce the creator of Cat Dad, Bobby Gregory. You have to unmute yourself if you're trying to talk. You're currently muted.
Hey everybody, I'm Bobby Gregory, and I created Cat Dad and Supermom. It's a tale about, well, a child's imagination helping them figure out the world around them. I also had the opportunity to be part of Eclipse, which right now is on Kickstarter. We got together, me and Mike Seeley, to create this. He's the actual creator, and I used my writing talents to help bring the character to life. I hope you guys take the time to check this out, as it is, as far as I know, one of the only Hawaiian heroes out there that actually protects Hawaii. We've heard of Hawaiian heroes showing up at Xavier's mansion, but this is the first time we're actually seeing the hero themselves show up and stay in Hawaii to protect Hawaii. When Mike approached me, he'd asked me to make sure to read the books about Hawaii so we had a good understanding of everything that was going on. I'm happy to be here, and yes, as you guys saw at the very beginning, Cat Dad is getting ready to release the second issue. We're going to talk about what makes a hero, but I'm sure Mr. Anderson wants to get on with the show. So that's it right now, and I just wanted to thank everyone who's already backed and given this book an opportunity to be presented to you all. I'm very proud of my work on and working with Mr. Seeley. If you don't follow Mike Seeley, you really should right now. He's an amazing artist, and there's some great rewards. And that's all I have for now. Thanks for having me on, Mr. Anderson.
All right, so let's watch the video. Still don't know if I like my setup. I'm going to still play with it. Presented by Continuum Comics. This is the first issue of Eclipse, the Hawaiian Protector. In the wake of a catastrophic event, Eclipse has become a person of interest, being a suspect and connected to the catastrophic event itself. He has caught the attention of the government. With his intentions unclear, the government sends their fixer to bring in this so-called Hawaiian Protector. Meet Eclipse, The Redeemers, and the villain you'll never forget, Solar Flare. Thank you for watching and sharing this campaign and hopefully contributing. Check out the reward levels to find the rewards that fit with you and join us on this heroic journey.
Now I know that you did the voiceover work for that, Mr. Anderson, but and it was a great job. I didn't get to see this. Mike did the video, and the video looks amazing. It is definitely something I think that represents the Eclipse brand perfectly. It's got his fingerprints all over it. It's who he is as a creator. And thank you for showing it to not only your audience, but thank you to everyone who's backed it. This is a very important project for me because this is the second project that I'm going to be on now. Not only that, but this is actually the first book released as a series from Continuum Comics. So that's a pretty big deal to be able to say that you were the first series greenlit. And I know, Mr. Anderson here has Wolf and Fox coming out soon, and I'm pretty excited, and I thank everybody for the opportunity who's given me the opportunity to write for them, including, Mr. Seeley, Mike Seeley. I mean, someone entrusting you with something they created. I mean, this is his child. This is something that he's been doing since he was a kid, and it's super important. And I really do thank him for entrusting me to play with these characters. I mean, this has just been an amazing journey, and I could not be more excited about it. And I really can't wait for you guys to read it. It being a first issue, there's not a lot we can give away right now other than saying that this is something that I think will entertain everyone who's into comics. I think everyone who's ever enjoyed a classic comic or a recent comic, any time period, any age, you're going to enjoy it. It's modern day heroics with a flair for yesteryear, and there you are as the actual letterer of the project. And I got to get my picture up there, but we'll get it up there. But that's it. I really appreciate that. Thank you for showing it in entirety. We don't have to worry about a pause.
And speaking of pauses, it's time to get on with the show. Let's watch our first video of the evening. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and start backer pausing.
Hello, my name is Laurent, and I'm excited to be back on Kickstarter for the next installment of my series, Sacrifice. In the first issue, we got to meet two of our main characters, Damian Blackwell, a man whose soul was tied to Lucifer, and May Lacey, a college student who finds herself in possession of a powerful spellbook. In the first issue, the two of them teamed up and were able to escape a demon-infested mansion together. Now, in this issue, we get to meet the rest of the main characters, like the Archangel Uriel, the vampire Elizabeth, and the famed demon slayer Axel Van Helsing. Some of you may be wondering how it is that a vampire and a vampire slayer like a Van Helsing are able to work together. Well, spoiler alert, they don't work together very well. There's a lot that goes in this issue involving character interactions and dialogue, and we really get into the meat of what the first arc will be, which the first arc of the series will cover 6 issues. This 32-page issue will have more action and more comedy than the first did. Thank you very much for giving me your time, and I hope I have your support.
So tell us what you thought of Sacrifice.
Well, I gotta be honest, I like it. It's a little more violent than necessarily I write, but I get it, and it's got an interesting story. It's definitely more geared towards an adult audience, but if it's something that you really enjoy, this is going to be something you're going to like. It was very well written. It kept me entertained. I own a copy. I can't wait to own this next copy. So I'm all in. I think you guys should do it. I think the video was good. I would have liked to see more art across the entire background, like where that TV was. I know you mentioned it on Backer Pause, how that television didn't seem to really show anything. And that would have been a great opportunity to have stuff there. But, you know, all in all, I like the passion of the creator. I think he did a good job.
So let me ask you a question. How was it to see the art come to life on the project Eclipse?
Oh man, Mike Seeley is very talented, and his ability to bring characters to life, and he asks a lot of questions about how he can improve, how this could be the best product for everyone out there. When you work with someone like that, you're already winning, and I was really, really impressed by him and the art that he would come up with, and watching him grow as we went on the process. He was constantly improving who he was as an artist and a creator. And, you know, of course, it's always a journey when you come from an idea and then you actually make something. So I give him nothing but credit to being a creator who came to me asking me if I could help him tell the story that he wanted to tell to everybody. So I am actually very pleased with the fact that I got to work with a creator like him. And one day the world is going to know the name Mike Seeley, I tell you that. And Eclipse is definitely something to look forward to. It is a great creation that I think you'll all enjoy. And go check out Mike Seeley. He deserves the love.
And here's some places that you can actually find Mike Seeley. He's all over the internet. That's right. You can find him from the MJS Art on Instagram to his own website. He's even got an IMDb page. How crazy is that? And of course, he is on Facebook. So you're going to want to check him out all over the different places. Here's a picture of him right now, the creator of Eclipse. And this is going to be a project that's going to make my top 3. Normally, I don't tell you that to get you to the Instagram page, because we actually share it on Instagram. It goes from TikTok to Instagram. That's right. I try to get as many platforms as I can. You'll be seeing my top 3 go up later today. For those of you watching in advance, by the way, later tonight, because we do a replay, this was filmed at 10 a.m. and it'll play at 9 p.m. tonight on the 17th. It's Wednesday, so it's you know, Backer Pause Day. So that what we were just showing you, the sacrifice, that is actually running out of time right now. So you guys only have a little bit of time right now, so you're going to want to check that out immediately. There's only 90 minutes. This show ending will only leave about 45 minutes if I did my math right really quickly. Yep, that should be about. So if you want to get on, and you should want to get on the sacrifice Kickstarter, because it's really cool, get on it. But we're going to move on to our next video. Cat Dad creator Bobby Gregory, it's time to see what we have in store from Aaron. So let's cue that video up and show off Blood and Fire. What'd you think?
Well, honestly, it felt like more of a teaser video than an actual Kickstarter video. I was a little disappointed. It looks good. There's a bunch of great art, and it looks like something that would be interesting. There's so much in the actual Kickstarter itself, but the actual video didn't give me much. It looks cool, don't get me wrong. The art looks cool, but I like to know more about the story, you know? Give me a pitch that I can't walk away from, like Cat Dad and Supermom. It's a story about morals that is taught with force. That stops people in their tracks. You know, it's a story of morality taught with farts, things like that. You play on that. Kids giggle every so often. Some kids like, ew, and that's even fun. We have an interactive moment. But they remember Cat Dad and Supermom, and Elefart never forgets.
All right, I got to ask you a question. You wear the mask, you dress up, you go out there, you're doing your thing. Cat Dad and Supermom's coming out next. I know that you do your best to promote it. How is wearing the outfit?
Well, the outfit itself is being upgraded, actually. Those who don't know, you can go to the TikTok page that we have for Cat Dad, which is actually me, Bobby Cat Dad Gregory, and you can see what we're up to. We're going to be building a new suit. But yeah, wearing the suit, it's been cool because the kids get all excited. They run up to you. They don't even know who you are. It's actually kind of fun because it's not a gigantically well-known character right now. So they come up to me and they get excited and they don't know who I am, so they're taking guesses at it. And it's really cool. And I kind of really enjoy that. So I can't wait till we kickstart this next story, as it's a really powerful one, I think. I think there's some great moments between, you know, Dad, Cat Dad, and me, and Jax. So I think it's something that you guys are all going to like. And I think it gives another good moral message. So check out Cat Dad and Supermom. Subscribe today to the Notify Me section and be one of the people who get to back it on day one.
All right. We're going to take a quick break for a commercial. We'll be right back. And the commercial here is for Scout Comics HQ. It just opened. As a matter of fact, I got to be there. So let's talk about Scout Comics. And the best way I think to do that is to show off what I saw while I was there. So let me cue up the video that I actually made while I was live there. So here we go. So that's it. Let's blow it up so you guys can see it. No music, but you know, going here, it was really cool to be inside. Watch the evolution of this company. I've known about Scout Comics since day one. I've been following their progression, and to be inside the store and see what's come of the store. There's, of course, Cat Dad and Supermom. There's Steak, and I've known a lot of the creators who are behind it. I got to actually run into some creators. I got to run into the great and the great and very talented Kevin Joseph with his tart stuff. And then I got to run into Andrea, the creator behind The Shepherd. Roberto, also one of the creators behind The Shepherd. So it was a great weekend. I really enjoyed myself. This was some really, really, really fun times. I was having a great time. I got to hang out, see all the amazing stuff that was going on. And I really appreciated all the time. And I think we've lost, actually, we lost Bobby Gregory. That's weird. But I was going to ask him a question about this right now, and if he had been to the location yet, but he just popped out. All right. I'll send him a message in a minute when we do our next video. Hopefully it's just an internet thing, and we'll get him back in a few minutes. But yeah, being at this store was amazing. It was really cool, and I really appreciated the setup of it is just awesome. Seeing so many covers, seeing how far Scout Comics has come, seeing the different sections that they have. This was really interesting to me, and it, you know, I was blown away to watch the growth of this amazing company. And again, look at, like, I mean, how many, I really want you to think about this. How many independent publishers do you know have their own storefront? I would be amazed if you guys could come up with more than one or two, to be honest with you. I don't think that there are many out there. And you can now go, it's here in Fort Myers. It's worth a day trip. And not just that, but I'll tell you this. Anyone who's watching this, if you at least give me 2 weeks notice that you're coming down, and I can possibly make, if there's no convention when you're coming down, I will come and have lunch with you. I'm not paying for lunch, but I'll sit and I will eat with you. If you come down and check out the Scout headquarters, or I'll meet you at the headquarters so we can hang out. I'm really proud of everything that they have done, and this is just replaying now. And you can find this on the Comic Book Advocates TikTok page, by the way. Let's see, really quick. I also want to talk to you guys about the supply chain issues. So there have been a lot of supply chain issues that have been happening, and it's been affecting all the different creators. And there's shortages on cardboard now. Even trying to ship things out have become a little difficult right now, believe it or not. So just be patient. Understand that this is something out of a creator's control. With the Eclipse thing, because I'm part of the group, I actually know that they set it all the way to February, and the goal is to deliver before then. But we're at the mercy of supply chain. February might not be long enough if things continue to go the way they go. So we absolutely hope that that's not going to be a thing that is happening. And we're really hoping that we can see the supply chain issue go away. And I'll actually, here, I'll blow this up for you guys to see. And so be patient with the creators right now. They're probably doing their best to get you the books that you have ordered on Kickstarter. Be patient, be kind, and here is actually, we're talking about Bobby Gregory dressed up. There's some shots of him on the road, and I've gotten to meet up with him at some of the shows. So check it out. There's the Cat Dad in the wild, and you can see he was hanging out with us at that show. And of course, I get to be the story editor behind the Cat Dad franchise, so I've been involved with it since day one. I was brought in for consulting reasons, and I think it's a really good, powerful story, and I can't wait for you guys to see the second issue that I got to be the story editor on. So stay tuned. But in the meantime, why don't we do this? I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to give you guys, so I can figure out what's going on with Bobby Gregory, our guests, because I can't text and talk. It's just one of those things. So I'll start saying when I'm texting, or I'll get really weird and have an issue. So we're going to go on to our next one, and this is Fangs, Foul Play, Justice, and More. So check it out. This is brand new to the countdown, and let's do the overlay. Let's do the official overlay, and this will give me a couple minutes to find out what's up with the Cat Dad, and we will be right back. And here we go. It's, by the way, it's Fangs. Let's see, presents Fangs and Foul Play, Hard Justice, and an evil vampiric cat. A tortured ex-colony becomes enslaved to a sarcastic vampiric cat and is forced to do his bidding. Mwahahaha. Check it out now.
Hey there, I'm Leanne, aka LK and Gino, and I'm so happy you're here. I'm a speculative fiction writer, poet, singer, and all-around creative person with too many ideas and too little time. And I bring unique, bizarre, and entertaining worlds to life. Have you ever wondered what your cat is saying to you? Now, what if your cat was also a vampire? Well then, you need to check out Fangs. Fangs and Foul Play is my first full-issue comic. It's full of sarcasm, light horror, and of course the adorable but probably not so cuddly cat, Fang. At its heart, Fangs and Foul Play is a story about how life is not black and white. It explores the uncertainties, the gray areas, and occasionally asks, who's really the bad guy? After all, a vampire is just trying to survive. Fangs and Foul Play issue 0+1 is completely done and ready to go to print. I'm coming to Kickstarter to fund an offset print run so that you and many others like you can hold Fangs and Foul Play in your hands. On Kickstarter, you'll get first access to the comic, access to limited reward tiers such as being drawn into issue 2, and a first crack at the limited edition variant covers. Plus, included digital and physical goodies depending on which reward tier you back. While this is the first Kickstarter I've run, I am fully committed to getting you the books. The comic is ready, the proof is being printed, and the boxes are waiting and ready to be shipped to you. Creating entertaining stories like Fangs and Foul Play is my joy and my passion, and I believe we all need a little escape from the mundane. And Fangs and Foul Play is here to do just that. So please join Bloodville today by backing Fangs and Foul Play on Kickstarter. Thank you so much for your support. Fang is very pleased by it.
All right, I have a little bit of good news. Bobby Gregory should be back in just a few minutes. I think he said there's some utility work going outside, and I think they just are rebooting stuff. So he said he'd be back in about 5 or 10 minutes. So in the meantime, we're going to continue on with the show, and that way when he's back, I can take care of a lot of the housekeeping, as it were. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to give you guys some of the information from our show today. And let's talk about, by the way, I really like that. I'm not really the judge today, and it's not really, I'm just supposed to be the host, but this looked really cool. I'm going to have to back this. This creator we're trying to get to come on to an episode of Backer Applause, as a matter of fact, so stay tuned. We might even be doing a special one in the upcoming days. You're going to have to watch. One of the things I want to do is if a creator wants to come on Backer Applause, I don't mind doing more than one a week. This is one of those shows. We might do a condensed version of Backer Applause and only do a few, maybe keep it a half-an-hour show, do our 1-hour show during the week, and then do a possibly a maybe 30-minute special when we have creators that want to come on. We'll do the one big one and then 30 minutes. But if you're a creator, because, sometimes we've already booked guests, and, we have Bobby Gregory on the show today as soon as he gets back. When we really want to keep this show to one guest at a time, because I think there's a magic being able to talk in between the panels, as it were, in live, because we're beginning to develop that between the videos. So that's our between the panel time. Some of you will get that reference, and if you don't, that's okay. Join Comic Book School today. And by the way, we haven't even talked about that. So let me take this time to do some ads for some people. First off, let's talk about how you can get yourself a free Panel 2 and Panel 1 Creator Connections PDF. That's over 200 pages of creation coming to you for free, brought to you by Comic Book School. And Comic Book School is the place to learn your comic book needs, but also help you level up. We're always looking for different ways to help creators make that next step. Stay tuned for more. Make sure to subscribe to not only the Comic Book School YouTube channel, but as well the Facebook page on YouTube. And we look forward to having you on. And let's see. I'm trying to see what's next on our list. We will move on to Jason Doob is back, and let's do his while we're waiting. And here we go. This is Lilith and Maria. And oh man, I would have loved to see Bobby Gregory twist with this one a little bit, but he lucked out, or I lucked out, because I get to be the one to judge this video. So, oh, this is right up my alley.
Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared? I can see you from behind. You can hear me in your mind. I'm coming closer.
I like that. I've been a fan of his since this first came out. I like the development of it. 1,400% funded. That's awesome, man. I've seen this blown up. I love the art. The alternate covers are definitely something to check out. All the links for today are being put in the show because I've been asked in the past why we don't do that anymore because we used to do that. So now I'm trying to keep up and do the links while I'm watching the videos. So you guys are always making me work harder. But I don't mind it because I'm advocating for some great creators like Jason. I got nothing negative to say about that except the volume. I would have liked the volume to be a little more grounded. That sounded very loud. I actually turned down the volume. And it's not that I can't take loud music. It's that, especially with these videos for some reason, when you go to loud, it has this weird effect where it actually sounds distorted a little bit and it sounds horrible. So yeah, that's definitely not what I want in my head. That'll sometimes cause me a headache, especially if I had earphones in. So let us talk about the award season that's upon us. That's right. The awards are live right now. If you don't know, this is a great opportunity for all creators. It's going to be an interesting way. We're going to have the fans pick who are the finalists, and then we'll give out the Bubble Award, and the Bubble Award will be the fans' choice. And if you don't know what that is, we'll do a whole special on this after Thanksgiving. We started a little earlier for the awards to start getting things in place. We're still lining things up right now, but the awards themselves should be really, really fun this year because we're involving everyone. I've taken everything we've learned, kind of changed things around. So the Independent Comic Creator Awards are live. If you're a creator, even just being mentioned in this is a great way to find yourself a bigger audience. So get on it, man. What are you waiting for? This is an opportunity, and if we're successful in a third year, the fourth year will only see us grow and we'll continue to change and evolve. And I even said it, if we make it past this year, next year we'll start giving it out physical awards for the top categories. So if this year is once again what it's been in the past with participation and people voting and people getting behind it, then yes, I will commit to doing physical awards for the 2022 awards. But you got to make it happen now by not only getting involved, but also voting and talking about it and sharing it. That's how this has always worked. And again, we went a little early this year. We've put out some awards, but we're going to only amp up over the next couple of weeks. So get behind it and be part of it now. Let's do another video. What I'll do is let's do Ruben Romero. Let's do my boy Ruben and see where we're at. So Ruben, you're up, my friend. It's time for you to tell us about your project, The Illusion Witch. And queuing up the video footage now. Here we go.
What's up, everybody? My name is Ruben Romero, writer and creator of The Illusion Witch. And if you're here back again, I want to say thank you because that means that you backed issues 1 and 2 and you know the ride that we're already on. If this is your first time considering backing The Illusion Witch, welcome. You can find a really lengthy preview down at the bottom. But let me just not take up too much of your time. I just want to tell you a little bit about The Illusion Witch if you don't know a lot about it. The Illusion Witch is a high dark fantasy story that revolves around Adia Locke. She is a world famous illusionist who has everything that she needs, but something's broken inside of Adia, something dark, trauma, scars, things that have affected the way that she lives her life. And one day after a show, she gets approached by a talking Quall and told that she's been chosen to save his world, a world called Sarai. And basically, she tells him, I don't give a fuck about my world, why should I give a fuck about yours, right? Oops, sorry. Anyway, that's where the journey of Adia Locke begins, the reluctant hero. We've all been there. We've faced traumas and things that have scarred us in our life that maybe make us act out or lash out or maybe even retreat within ourselves. But we are destined to be more than just our scars and our traumas. So please come join us, or better yet, join me and back The Illusion Witch. This is a advanced release because as you can see through the description, The Illusion Witch has been picked up by Behemoth for global release next year. The really awesome and cool thing about it is that we will not be using the same covers. So the covers that you see here on Kickstarter will be exclusive to Kickstarter. So again, I don't want to take up too much of your time. The rewards are dope. The shirt is awesome. The stickers are awesome. The art print from Bruno Oliveira is amazing. And that's not even talking about the book itself. So check it out. Go ahead and scroll down. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I just really want to appreciate, I just really want to express my appreciation for each and every one of you who have backed The Illusion Witch and who are now considering backing the new project. Hopefully you do so, and if not, hit that share button. Let everybody you know about The Illusion Witch. Appreciate you.
Hello, my name is Andrea Rico and I'm a comic book artist, and actually I'm the artist behind The Illusion Witch. I had the chance to be part of this project because Ruben Romero wanted me into it, and because I really like fantasy stories, but I also like well-written stories, and I see in Ruben Romero work that is pushing so hard in creating deep characters. So that's why I choose to work on this project, because it's not only about magic powers, it's about human beings and how things can change when something is changing inside of you, and your introspection. So it's a story about characters, people, struggle, magic, and that's why I decided to be part of this beautiful story.
That was way too long of a video. I love the passion in the video. The video goes on for an extra 2 minutes and 10 seconds after telling that they're not going to take a long time. This is one of those that needed to be edited down. I do love the passion of Ruben Romero. I just think that they could have condensed it. Normally, if I wasn't waiting for Bobby Gregory, which an update, we should be having him back here in about 5 minutes. So the router is rebooting as we speak. So nothing but appreciation for him getting it all together and being back with us in just a few minutes. But Ruben, that needs to be cut down a little bit. That was a bit of a ramble video, but the passion's there. Just the passion that comes across in his voice would make me check it out more. I just went and finished watching the video on a normal day. But let's talk about the power of a dollar, and then we'll go into the 13th labor, and hopefully Bobby Gregory will be back with us on the other side of that. The power of a single dollar. One single dollar can help make dreams come true. Every dollar is a declaration of support and belief. It helps the creators and the teams behind the book. Just $1 helps create new worlds and keeps creators creating.
Hey everyone, my name is David Gay, this is Charlie, and welcome back to the 13th Labor. If you're new to the series, The 13th Labor is a fantasy sci-fi comic written by myself, illustrated by Arturo Mesa, and lettered by Tom Napolitano. Issue 1 found Greek demigod Hercules at the end of his 12 labors of atonement, but instead of finding forgiveness, Hercules was confronted with the sobering realization that years of labors had done nothing to ease his pain and suffering. Seizing his son's moment of uncertainty, Zeus tasked Hercules with the 13th labor, to travel thousands of years into the future in order to find and train his descendant for an upcoming intergalactic tournament of champions. But things didn't go as planned. Issue 2 brings us into modern times, where a mysterious teenage girl named Pippa draws the attention of Hercules and his babysitter Hermes. The 13th labor truly begins as we start to unravel the tragedy of Hercules and Pippa's intertwining sagas of loss and forgiveness. With exclusive art rewards by Arturo, including personalized sketches, variant covers, and full illustrations, now is the perfect time to join us on this mythic journey.
And we are rejoined by Cat Dad creator Bobby Gregory. Take it away. What? So what did you think?
I'll be honest, I'm not a big Greek myth person, and the gods and all that. I mean, besides Hercules, what was that? The UPN at the time. Besides that, I wasn't a really huge fan of all that. But I got to say one thing about this project, and that's the fact that humanity seems to shine through. And I like that. This did interest me. I like the art form. It's definitely something that I'll check out. It's definitely something that's piqued my interest that I'm going to go over and check out after this.
Speaking of something to check out, this week's going to be pretty huge. And was this timing on purpose? Did you guys time this to actually... And I'll clean up this for some reason. It's turned to an ad, but it's talking about the eclipse that's coming up this week and how important that's going to be. So talk to me about that, about the solar eclipse that's coming up. Here we go, November 19th in the Washington Post. So, and you could see all different places talking about it.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't think that we planned it, but sure, we'll go with that. This was always the plan. But no, the idea that this lunar eclipse is happening during our Eclipse campaign, it kind of is the perfect time for this to happen. It just kind of happened to us. This happens on the 19th. So when you're watching the eclipse, back eclipse, and it'll show you the power and the beauty of the universe at large. And sometimes we don't even fully grasp the fact that we're part of something that is bigger than all of us. And I know I'll be taking Jax with me to check this out this weekend. I can't wait. So make sure you grab yourself some binoculars if you got them, or get out that old digital camera that's got the zoom. Take some pictures and post it to Mike Seeley over on Instagram, or tag us on Facebook with your best eclipse shots from this weekend's eclipse. And yeah, I can't wait to enjoy the power of the universe.
And we're gonna head over now to the toddlerhood, a brave beware of a toddler collection. So with the eclipse coming, here's something to read with the kids. And I'll be right back on camera in just a few minutes. Hang on. I'm playing around with my display still. So here's Toddlerhood.
Hi, my name is George Gant. I'm a cartoonist, and since 2006, I have drawn several webcomics such as The Reset Button, On the Grind, and now Beware of Toddler. Beware of Toddler is my latest webcomic and is loosely based on my own life as a stay-at-home parent to a wild 2-year-old. Since I launched the webcomic in 2019, I've drawn many Beware of Toddler comics, with tens of thousands of readers enjoying new comics each week. Recently, the comic was nominated for 3 Glyph Awards and the Ringo Award. And now, with that said, I am proud to announce Toddlerhood, a Beware of Toddler collector. This will be the first time Beware of Toddler will be seen in print. This 120-page book will feature the first season of comics, along with production art, fan art, and a brand new story exclusive to the book. Right now, I am seeking funding to print the book, and for that, I could use your help. I am offering unsigned and signed physical books as well as digital. A bookmark is included with each physical copy of the book. Some rewards include The Reset Button, the 16-bit collection, based on my all ages video game webcomic of the same name. Both On the Grind, The Worst Day Ever, and On the Grind Volume 2, Electric Boogaloo. based on my retail-themed webcomic of the same name, and the digital copy of It's Nana the Were-Spider, Birthday Day, a book I illustrated based on the award-winning comic book series of the same name. Also, I want you to join our daycare. Here, I will draw you as a toddler set in the world of the comic. And if that's not enough, you have the opportunity to start in your own comic. Here, you'd become part of Beware of Toddler history as I write and draw a comic strip starring you. The goal is to ship the books by February 2022. Some rewards may take longer to arrive due to the collaborative nature of the rewards themselves. All in all, I am excited to be able to bring this book to life, and I cannot wait to get it into your hands. Thank you.
Well, I'm a giant fan. What did you think? I've been no secret that I'm a huge fan of this. What did you think, Bobby?
Well, I'll be honest, this is a really, really good project. I enjoy it. I'm actually someone who watches it, has watched it for a while now. I'm very excited. I'm very happy for his success. I think he should be getting a lot more than he's getting right now. If you guys haven't backed this, go out and back it now. This is just truly fun, entertaining stuff that you can actually sit down and enjoy as a parent. And that's kind of the idea behind Cat Dad and Supermom. Inviting the parents to be part of the actual experience of kids reading. So that's my take on it. I'm a backer, I'll tell you that.
Speaking of things to back, talk to us more about Eclipse. Tell us about the idea of a Hawaiian hero.
Well, Mike really wanted to have this character situated in a unique place. And I don't know how much you guys know about Hawaii, but they're just kind of isolated. They're out there in their own world. Their history is just full of amazing encounters. They're like a melting pot as a nation. So when I got the opportunity to do this, like I said, Mike had made me read a lot about Hawaii, and I kind of want to go to Hawaii now. To be honest with you, it's just a beautiful place, and it's got a lot of traditions, and it's got its own set of lore. And being able to play in this world, it was kind of interesting, because I mean, as he said, if something goes wrong, it's not like people can just jump over. Even Superman would need to find out that something was going on while he was busy in Metropolis, and he might not be paying attention to Hawaii. For all we know, all the bad guys' stuff is made in Hawaii. And that's why, they're so isolated. That's why no one knows where the bad guy stuff. Acme comes out of Florida, possibly. We just don't know. But kidding around aside, I love the idea. I love the way that we were going to go to Hawaii, and he runs into things. And there's so much I know about the story as the writer I can't share with you. And we're going to get there. But I do want to talk about real quick this Solar Flare character. He's one of those characters that puts the B in bad. So definitely, if you're a fan of superheroes, this is going to be a story for you. Go out and, back toddlerhood and back this one. You're going to enjoy it. So, back to you, Mr. Anderson.
All right. So, I guess I'll join. What is up, everybody? I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank Bobby Gregory. And as a matter of fact, why don't you take a minute right now and just tell everyone how they can find you on your social media. We'll give you the big screen. Take it away.
Thank you for having me on. Sorry about the internet. It doesn't always work the way we want it to. But you can follow me by going to Bobby Gregory on Facebook. You can follow me by going to Cat Dad and Supermom, which will take you to where you can purchase the first issue of Cat Dad and Supermom through the Scout store, which has the Scoot section. And I was just at the headquarters, and that was amazing to see Cat Dad there and actually interact with people and get to sell some Cat Dad comics out of the Scout headquarters here in Fort Myers, Florida. And you can come and check it out. And, we're going to be going live soon, so go over to that Kickstarter And we'll change the URL, I think, to the Kickstarter just so you guys can get to it easier. So we can help you guys actually click the notify me button for when we go live. And Eclipse, Mike Seeley, he's hitting a home run with this one. This is definitely an interesting story. Nothing I've seen. I've been a comic book fan for decades. I want to thank Mr. Anderson for having me on so we can talk about Cat Dad and Eclipse. And like Mr. Anderson says, and I completely agree, as you can see in the sign behind us, rise against bullying, and us creators, we rise together. So be sure to be kind to each other. Happy holidays. And I'll see you all on Kickstarter very soon.
All right. I want to thank our guest for being here today. I'm going to put him in the green room. He can have all the Christmas cookies or Thanksgiving Day cookies that are back there, I guess. Just watch your diet, Cat Dad. That suit is very tight. All right, so some house cleaning right now. Of course, Eclipse and Solar Flare making waves in Hawaii. We're going to give that video a quick rewatch because, I'm part of the project. And if I'm part of the project, I'm going to put some love on it. So let's give another look on our way out today because we just got a few extra minutes for the Eclipse video. Presented by Continuum Comics. This is the first issue of Eclipse, the Hawaiian Protector. In the wake of a catastrophic event, Eclipse has become a person of interest, being a suspect and connected to the catastrophic event itself. He has caught the attention of the government. With his intentions unclear, the government sends their fixer to bring in this so-called Hawaiian Protector. Meet Eclipse, the Redeemers, and the villain you'll never forget, Solar Flare. Thank you for watching and sharing this campaign and hopefully contributing. Check out the reward levels to find the rewards that fit with you and join us on this heroic journey. Make sure you back that today. Go to Eclipse Comics, that's COMIX.com for the Kickstarter. Throw it even $1. Mike Seeley worked really hard on this. He's a very passionate creator, someone who I really respect, and I've watched him come along the journey, and he's done an amazing job. So go out there and give him $1. He's supported a lot of you over the years, and he's just got a great personality, and I like teaming up with him. And of course, he's my partner in Continuum Comics. I still don't think I like this setup the way it is yet. I've been playing with it while we're off, so I'm gonna have to do this off screen. I'm not gonna bother you all with me playing with it. I've moved it like a dozen times. I just can't get that right angle. But I'm kind of a little bit of a perfectionist sometimes with these things, too much so than I should be. So here we go. If you want to be on this, to stay in the know, be Creator Spotlight. We actually don't do Weekended anymore. I don't think I'm going to bother bringing that back. Again, I've listened to you guys. I know you don't like talking heads. If we could make this show a little faster, I would make this show a little faster, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's Trish says happily back our first day. And Trish, you're going to have to go back and watch the entire show. I think you'll get a kick out of it. We had Bobby Gregory as a guest. So, and hi, Mike, what's up? You guys are going to be able to rewatch it in just a few minutes as we're wrapping up on our way out. Trish and Mike are great supporters of indie comics. But yeah, so Comic Book Advocates is wrapping up another year. In December, I have between Thanksgiving and usually the second week of December, I kind of step away. It's a little bit of a break period. I don't have any shows, I don't think. So just so you guys know, just as a heads up, we'll probably play a repeat of the shows that we have now. I'm going to be away looking up at my calendar right now. We should have another backer pause on December 14th, definitely. Maybe December 7th. Stay tuned for more. I have a few things that I'm just taking care of, and this is the time I schedule certain things. And, it's the holidays, so there are a couple people that, I want to visit, and I might take a trip here or there. So, I typically take a little time off at the beginning of December. I've done this always since the beginning of Comic Book Advocates, because it's the holidays. I want you guys to go out there and enjoy yourselves. I want you to, get vaccinated. I know that's controversial, but it really shouldn't be. And here's why: the jury is now in. Vaccinations are better for you. We haven't seen the gigantic side effects everyone wants to make it out to be. And it's not a perfect system. It hasn't been a perfect system, and it'll never be a perfect system. But a vaccination can help safeguard your family. Numbers are beginning to rise again. There's talk of another wave. So please get vaccinated. Not even for any. Forget the politics. Forget the noise. Do it to protect yourself. And if you're one of those people who can't get the vaccine, I totally understand it. I know people in my life who are afraid of taking vaccines, even with the vaccines themselves. Understand heart disease is in my family. Every time I take a shot, I take a risk. I'm going to be getting my booster during that time period. Remember, I said I had some things to take care of, and I wanted to get the booster right after the holidays. So I'm going to have the booster, and Jax is getting his second shot. So there's a lot going on, but we have heart disease in the family. So this is scary. The idea of the vaccine is very scary, but it can protect you all. So I want you all around for the holidays. You guys show up. You're amazing. I appreciate all of you. And Trish says, always welcome here. And you're always welcome to be a guest in 2022. But yeah, I'm going to be stepping away. Just especially the 2 weeks, because I had a really bad reaction to Johnson & Johnson. I actually had to cancel shows. Let's put it this way, and I'm running out of time, so I'll wrap this up quick. When I got the shot, and I think Trish remembers this, I couldn't get out of bed sometimes. I barely got Jax to school some days. I have a really good son who will sit with me on my bed because I have a bad back, and he'll play on his tablet. And he was even offering to get up to get me stuff. That's how bad it knocked me down, because like when you get a flu, your whole body hurts. Imagine having nerve damage. And anytime I get a flu or something like that, it's a tremendous amount of pain. So I'm going to be taking the shot anyway, knowing all this, knowing that I could be risking my life because of the heart disease. I'm going to be talking to a doctor to see which one they think is best for me. I think I'm going to take the one that Jax has in his system, the Pfizer, because I put it in his system. So, And Trish says, no, you are bad. Hope you get a different kind this time. Like I said, I'm going to let the doctors decide. I'm going to talk to a doctor and see what the doctor says. I got the Johnson & Johnsons, and they're full of it. There were tears. There were a lot of tears. But I'm going to do it. It's just, it's where the smart money is. As long as nothing happens with my heart. And that's the one thing that scares me about taking the other one. See, my son, Jax, could have inherited a heart from the heart tissue, from the DNA from his mother, and they don't have the heart disease like they do on my side of the family. So it's scary. Look, it's not an easy thing, as this is one of the last shows of the year. We will have one right before Thanksgiving. Mike Seeley's my scheduled guest. Like I said, we might have a special one right before that. But we're so close to being past this, guys. Like, let's just call it what it is. A vaccine is the way forward. We get a lot of vaccines. What kills me is so many people have been prescribed medicines, and I'm watching Dope Sick right now, and they pop pills, and right now we've paused, and I don't blame people. I blame the right people, the people who have made this a divisive political thing. But let's all come together. Let's make this be the Thanksgiving when we realize to put all the BS aside. Let's all share a table. Let's all support each other. Let's get past this dark period in history and embrace and show love. I really hope that you guys go out and support some of these creators who put their hearts and energy into all of these. I'm sorry I did a soapbox at the end of this. I actually didn't plan to, but I want to make sure. I've lost a lot of friends in the last 2 years. I've lost a lot of people I knew, to the point where it's been scary to sometimes read a post from a friend I haven't seen in a while, because sometimes it's just bad news. There are people I was just getting to know over this thing that have passed away, and I'm always terrified. I reach out to friends all the time. Just if I don't see it talking, I reach out and make sure that they're still with us. So let's get past this moment, this Thanksgiving. Let's all support each other. Let's be a positive vibe, and stop supporting people who aren't positive. Walk away from them. Let them get the hint that positivity is what we want. let them grow, and then invite them back in when they get past the start period that's within all of us. And let's all rise up. By 2022, let's have an amazing year together, and let's support each other. That's it. For those who don't show up for next Wednesday's show, happy Thanksgiving, because I know next week gets a little crazy for people in travel. Thank you for showing up. Go to backerpaws.com for more information on all these amazing crowdfunding things, and we're out. My name is Mr. Anderson. Check me